Hi, I'm Robert Tracy and I'm from buyrealestate.com, and I'm with Martin Alter, who's a property investor, and he's come along to share some of his insights and what he sees as an investment, and also what some of the strategies he uses when he's buying property. Martin, what are some of the strategies that you use when you're buying property?
Well, originally when I was looking at property, I looked for growth opportunities, trying to manage the cash flow, and I dealt exclusively sort of in the Australian domain. Originally I bought in Victoria and Queensland. I bought in Western Australia and Tasmania. Did very well out of those markets. Sold a bit early out in Perth, and through my company Cashflow Financial Services, I put a number of clients up into the Queensland market, and have done very, very well.
So you used to help people look for property too, or?
Yes, yeah. My core business was finance, so we used to help clients obtain finance for their investment properties, and then we went to the next level in suggesting properties for clients to purchase in Queensland, and we helped them finance that.
What were they looking for when they were buying for property? Were they looking for cash flow, capital gains?
Well, I think clients were looking for generally capital growth. Properties in Australia are generally cash flow negative, and they use negative gearing to make the whole property procedure work, and that's been very successful for them, and we've helped them sort of select the right properties in the right area at the right time.
Are they still looking for capital growth now?
A lot of clients have already made a lot of capital growth. So clients are drawing down on their equity and looking at other opportunities that Cashflow is into at the moment. And in the last 2 or 3 years, I've been looking around the world for opportunities for myself and for my clients to take advantage of.
Because I heard you just came back from the US and Budapest, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. I regularly go to Europe and the US. I go to Europe for one of my other companies, Contango and Quonset, and we've got an office in Budapest that one of my colleagues, Frank, runs, and we do foreclosures there. We buy fairly low and make a quick turnaround on the profit there.
So you're helping Australians do that too?
Yes, and we don't actually get clients involved in the direct sale and purchase of properties. We do it through one of our companies, and we share those profits with the clients.
Oh, great!
So that's been very successful. Budapest market at the moment is pretty volatile, so we're sort of more looking towards the US market recently, and had some spectacular success there. And
so the US market's a good market to get involved in.
The US market is a very good market to get involved in,
even though we're hearing about all the bad news on.
Exactly. Yeah. What people don't realise is that those areas that have dropped in price in the US have risen 150%. Places like California, Nevada, Florida, they've gone up 150%. So when they come back 30 or 40%, people only focus on the drop.
Yeah.
However, we're in areas that aren't that volatile. We're in Texas, and we find that Texas is a stable market. Hasn't had the big drops, hasn't had the big rises as well, and we like the certainty of those sort of markets, and the opportunities in the US are far greater, far better.
Can you give me an example of an opportunity in US?
Oh, look, we did some townhouses close to Houston. We've been able to secure townhouses in Houston at a $70,000 discount, and cash flowing positive. And they've had some fantastic success and results, and the prices over the period we've had this economic downturn in the US, the prices have gone up, and that's fundamentally due to the area that we're in is in an area that's changing. It's in transition, and therefore the prices are going up to reflect the surrounding areas and match up with those areas, and that's where we've had some really good success.
Yeah, I've heard some good news about Houston and Texas.
Yes, and what we do is I went there originally 2 or 3 years ago to do the research because I heard it was that good, and after a couple of trips I was convinced that that was the market that I should be in, and my clients, and we haven't looked back, and we're And I like the certainty of the US, where we make our money before we get into the project. We know exactly what we're going to make.
Looking for more positive geared
properties.
Yeah.
Positive geared and capital growth. It's just a fantastic combination, and the fact that we get the good returns for the clients.
Right.
And clients are achieving returns of 70 to 100%, and getting their cash out in 12 months' time, 15 months' time, and while the project's waiting to be sold, they've got their money out and they're getting a cash flow return.
Great, sounds like a great investment.
Oh, it's fantastic. I struggle to understand why the US citizens aren't jumping all over it, but it seems that the US people aren't that as quick as the Australians to pick up the concept of using property as an avenue of creating wealth. The opportunities outside Australia are a lot better than what's inside Australia. The risks outside Australia are often less than participating in projects within Australia. I mean, the council restrictions and regulations here just, create all sorts of problems and blockages to make a project work. Where in the States at the moment, we're getting approval for projects very quickly. Profit margins in the US are so much fatter than what they are here, and we can turn over quite quickly and make a hell of a lot more money for based on the cash we've employed into the project. The percentage returns are phenomenal.
You've also invested in Budapest?
Yes, through Contango and Quonset, we've got clients putting money into the Budapest market.
Was it the same reason, because you're looking for that cash flow?
That was predominantly for a cash flow, and clients were getting a set return. Now we're sort of sharing the profits a bit more with the clients and sharing the project profits, and they're getting a combination of cash flow and capital growth. As the projects mature, being a unit trust, those profits are distributed throughout the unit to the unit holders through Quonset, and some reinvest their distributions for extra units and can get a compounding return. But the returns that we've been achieving in the past through Contango have been sensational.
What should clients do now if they want to get involved in some of these projects that you have at the moment?
Okay, well, probably the first thing they need to do, what I would suggest to new clients, is to get on my email list and my hard copy mail list. And to do that, just drop me an email at callisto@financia.com. Drop me an email, I'll put them on my email list. They'll get emails from time to time, and if they want, they can get hard copy newsletters, which I do about 2 or 3 every year, and attend one of my information workshops. And Robert, you often come to that and show us around there, and I highly recommend that people go and see Robert when he's in Thailand, and go on one of his tours and have a good look around, because it's all part of the learning experience. I'm very keen to buy a property in Thailand, but not just for investment, but more for lifestyle choice. I'm at that stage where I wouldn't mind having a bit of a base in Thailand to break up my journeys to Europe, and have a place to stay. And my wife and I are very keen to.
Okay, we'll make sure you come on one of my tours.
Get into the Thailand market, and it's great that Robert has done so much work in that area that I can go to someone that's got that experience, and he can guide me in the process of dealing in a country that I haven't really invested in before. So, I can learn from Robert, and Robert can learn from me, and that's what it's all about out there.
Yeah.
Learning from each other, and keep investing.
Give us a kiss, mate.